Roller mopping tech, that is normally reserved for the more expensive robot vacuum cleaners. Well, Lefant's here to change that. This is the M5 Pro. So it has a roller mop that is 20 centimeters in width, and that's longer than the typical 18 centimeters you see. Now it spins at 280 times per second. It goes along and applies 18 times pressure going along and scrubbing the floors, cleaning them, and it has a constant fresh supply of clean water, thanks to the fact that it's got 16 nozzles in there that are spraying water onto it. It has an internal water tank and a waste tank, so it's making sure that it's constantly got clean, fresh water on that mop as it cleans. It does have mop lift, so when it goes over your carpet, it'll lift up that mop 8 millimeters, and when done, goes back to this, the smart self-cleaning base. So this is where it will clean the mop at 75 degrees Celsius. So with very hot water, it will dry the mop out and auto empty. Now the capacity is very good, up to 120 days, as it is a 3.2 liter dustbin it has. We have our clean and wastewater tanks up the top here, so very easy to remove those, empty and refill. Vacuuming performance, thanks to its powerful hurricane cleaning system, is very good. So 18,000 PA, it'll lift up dust, debris, hair and fur. And speaking of hair, because of its V-style brush, there should not be any hairs trapped in that main brush there. It's an anti-tangle system. Now it has PSD 2.0 smart obstacle avoidance, 190 degrees. It can detect household objects, common things like, say, shoes and other items, and go around them, so when it is navigating, it's not going to get stuck. It uses 360 LiDAR navigation, and it is very precise and fast at mapping. And it is using dual band wireless, so 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. It's a stable connection there, and it can swap between them if needed. So just to point out that this video, yes, is sponsored by Lefant. Very quickly, let me show you what is included. So we get a spare roller brush, some floor cleaning solution, spare side sweeping brush, a tool, user manual, spare bag, and a spare filter, all included with the M5 Pro. And then the 20 centimeter extended freshwater roller brush. Now this is a feature that you normally see on very high-end, expensive vacs that will cost double this. So it's really good to see this here. As I said in the intro there, it's 20 centimeters, the width of it. Most other units are a little bit smaller, around say 18, and it rotates at 280 revolutions per minute, applying 18 times downward pressure. So it's going along and scrubbing and cleaning. It's got those 16 nozzles that are spraying constantly fresh water to ensure that it's always got fresh water on it and it's clean and not dirty. So my test was the coffee test that I always do. So this is a stain that you would normally have in your household, but here it is. It's pretty stubborn on the tiles. And note that the M5 Pro, it had one go at this and that was all it needed. Now the footage you're looking at here is sped up. So the playtime here is approximately 300 times the speed there. So it looks very quick, but that's so we don't have to sit around and watch. But you can see it did a really good job. So it went back and forward with that mopping, spinning and cleaning it all up, and no trace of the coffee left behind on the floor. So excellent job. And I didn't really expect it to do such a good job in at least one pass, because I normally let them have 2 goes, but it wasn't required here with the M5 Pro. So after it's done that mopping, of course, it goes back into our all-in-one cleaning station here. So this is where it will wash the mop at 75 degrees, clean off all of the dirt on it, goes into the waste tank, and then proceed to dry it out. And if needed, it will auto empty. And it normally would do this on each run. But there's a smart option to have onto for that. So it will auto empty itself into the 3.2 liter dustbin. So that's up to 120 days of capacity. And you can simply just remove that here. So you put on the little tab, it's self-sealing, and out comes then all the waste inside. It's not going to spill out everywhere. You simply just throw that into your rubbish bin. Then onto the vacuuming test. So it has hurricane level suction performance, and that's 18,000 PA. And with the test here, my 2 cats, so Vera and Snow, you might have seen them in my other robot vacuum videos, They supplied and donated some of their very fine cat fur, which I happen to think is the worst for robot vacuum cleaners or just general vacuums to try and get it off carpet. So here with my test, it's my typical one. So cornflakes on there, crushed, of course, like you've stood on it. The cat fur, and then some long human hair too, which is very tough for robot vacuums to get off. So the test here is a pass, and it's at the maximum suction performance of the 18,000 PA. So this footage is, of course, sped up, and you can see it's doing a really good job going back and forth, sucking up the cornflakes, the dirt, the cat fur, and the long human hair, which, thanks to that V-shaped turbo roller brush, should not be getting stuck in it at all. Okay, so it's done that clean, and we can see that it did an amazing job there. And of course, once it's done, it goes back, auto empties the contents of that dustbin into the all-in-one station. Now, the smart obstacle avoidance, that was put to the test. So just standard stuff here. I had a sponge and a plastic cup that was dropped on the kitchen floor here. And thanks to that 190-degree ultra-wide angle detection, it was able to steer around it. So the PSD 2.0 obstacle avoidance did see it, went around it. It might have slightly touched it, but the main thing is it didn't end up just getting stuck on it. And that is, of course, something you don't want to happen. Now, something larger like shoes, which is often what people might have, say, at the entranceway here at the entrance of the apartment. There were some shoes just stranded there, and no problem at all for the M5 Pro to see those, to go around them. So clearly it is working there, the obstacle avoidance. So all up, what do I think? For a model that is selling for a very good price, considering it's a roller mop that it has, I think very good, factoring that in heavily, of course. So we have the dual band wireless I mentioned there in the intro, so 2.4 gigahertz and the 5. I didn't get any disconnects. The mapping has been brilliant thanks to the 360-degree LiDAR. And the general result of what I've seen from my mopping test, my vacuum test, and the obstacle avoidance, it all sums up to a very good machine here for the price that it is selling for, that affordable price. Remember that a lot of the really expensive machines, they have the roller mopping tech, and then they go and add AI to everything, which has not happened here, thankfully, because a lot of that is just really gimmicks, not using actual proper AI at all. So if you're interested in this affordable roller mop and all-in-one station, the whole system here from Lefant, the M5 Pro, please do check the link that is in the description of this video. And thank you so much for watching this hands-on and tests with the Lefant M5 Pro.